Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So today we are going to be installing these bad boys on the Civic, these halos. Okay, so I basically what I did was I did the first one. The wiring was kind of tricky, so I went ahead and did that to make sure everything was going to work. Now you do have a couple options right here. So you have your option for your little lights right here, and then you have your strip that runs across here, and then you also have your halos. Okay, so what I did was, I'll show you, is hardwired what I did like here into the main harness. I wish I would have done that, but I didn't, and that's okay. I guess it's to each his own. So if you look on this light right here, let me do this so I don't drop it. Okay, so you got one coil, but you have a pair of wires coming from here and a pair of wires coming from here. Okay, now if you look, this pair of wire coming from here, all right, which is tied in over here, because what I did was I took both my negatives at the top and my positives. Right, white is positive, black is negative, and I put them together. So the one right here is actually for this, and then the one that's coming out from over here is for your strip. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm taking these two and I'm going to ground. I'm basically going to end up grounding all of my blacks. All right, so I have my from my last coil down there and my two from up here. I'm going to end up grounding them to the main plug. This power, which is the bottom, okay, is actually for the halos. So the smaller wire, all right, the smaller coil wire is for these halos right here. Okay, that is going to be separate, because what I'm doing is I'm taking these top two, this strip, and these two lights. Okay, I'm taking those sets of wires and I'm actually going to tie them into my turn signal. Okay, so when I turn on my dimmer lights, this strip is going to come on and those two lights are going to come on with my side marker. Okay, so let me show you. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that on one click, and this is the outcome. So I have my light, my strip, and then my two lights right there. Okay, so next I'm going to turn on the main lights. Now I have my halos, my main light, two lights, your strip, and then your marker. So on this car, your side marker light right here is for your turn signal. And what I've done, my white wire, right, for the little two lights and the strip is going to be tied into this red one right here on this plug for your side marker light. Okay, you got red and black, and then green and red, but your red is your power. And I want these two lights and the strip to come on when I do my dimmer lights or my side marker lights, right? So this will come on, this will light up, and my two lights right here will light up. So that's going to be connected. The whites are going to be connected into that red wire for this light bulb right here. Okay, so I have this with connectors so I can take it apart if I need to. And then you have your main wiring harness right here. All right, on both sides you are going to have different colors. You're going to have black and two reds. On this side it's red yellow and red black or red green. And on this side it was red white, and it was different. So keep in mind, yeah, it was red blue and red yellow. Alright, so there's the other side. So basically what it comes down to is what I did personally was I went ahead and bought me new connectors, because my old ones look like this. Alright, when this car was crashed, these had old connectors on it, and so I went ahead and bought new ones. So when I did this wiring for the headlights, this would all be taken care of. So now what I'm gonna do is I can put these in there. This will already be tied up to the other lights, right? So I'm gonna have my ground, I'm gonna have power, okay, and then this one's not gonna have anything. And then for the little two lights in the strip is gonna be connected to this for the power. So that'd be as soon as you turn your switch, your side marker will come on, your lights and your strip. And then when you turn on your actual headlights, this will kick on your halos with your headlight, right? So let's go ahead and get started on that. So first thing is first, we're gonna do the ground. We have these two grounds right here, and then the ground from the bottom. So basically all black wires now are gonna be connected. You got to be very careful about pushing that ground in there, because it is a really tight fit if you're going to use these shrink tube butt connectors. You want to check your connection. Make sure nothing's going to pull out. Everything looks solid. So I'll go ahead and shrink these. Okay, so there's my ground, it's done. So blue is going to be the top, which is going to be the incoming power. Okay. These are kind of tricky. So see what you can. And it's yellow red, right? Yellow red for this side. This is the driver's side. Now the only thing left, so now we have all of our blacks hooked up. We have all of our blacks hooked up. We have our white, which is for our halos, our small one, right, which comes off the bottom. It's connected into our main headlight. Don't forget, these are for your little bulbs and your little strip, which is going to connect into your side marker light. Okay. Last but not least, you do your red. Make sure we're not going to have a pull apart. Check your wires. Last but not least, now that we have all of our wires, our power wire for the halos, our grounds, we're going to connect this into that for the side marker light, and then hook up our side marker light. Next, what we can do is we can now plug everything in. We have our power to there. For our halos, it's tied up from main wire harness. Our main wire harness is tied into the light. So the last thing we need to do is check it. And then what we'll do is we'll plug in our light right here. Plug that in. And then voila. Okay, so obviously before you tie everything up, you're going to want to make sure this is going to work. So we'll go ahead and turn on the lights. Boom. Side marker. Side marker. Halos. And that's how you wire it up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and tape all my wires up, kind of like I did here. Just tape up everything, make sure nothing's hitting, you know, metal. You don't want none of that stuff touching. Just get everything fixed up. That's my ground, so it doesn't really matter if it's touching, you know, metal or anything. So get all that wrapped up, taped up. You know, get all your power wires. Keep them from touching anything, grounding out. And there you have it, the beautiful halos. So I'll take a picture of this, video of this in the dark when it gets later, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish all this up. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the tutorial on how to wire these lights. They took me a few minutes to get figured out, but they're not that bad. So Spec D tuning. So if you guys have any questions, comments, please leave them in the description below. If you don't like, subscribe and follow me, please do that. I have way more videos coming out, more content, especially when it comes to this started. Look, we just got the headlights on. We just got the new hood put on there. We have so much more to go. So stay tuned for the videos and smash that like button.